Hi, today I'm going to talk about animations. Here are some examples of very basic animations you can make in Procreate. So let's talk about the basics of Procreate, and then I will talk a little bit about basic of animation. Let's take this very simple animation. It is only a character in the middle and the door of elevator that opens and shuts all the time. Of course, we can create more than this, but for the purpose of this tutorial, I will keep it simple. It's only one part of the video in general, and this only shows when the elevator opens, basically. I will make it stop, and for that I will say only one shot in settings and click play. So let's start with how did you get this and how did you make all these steps. Okay, so first of all, we can go here to settings, canvas, and turn on the animation assist. That is this menu we have here on the bottom. In here you can click play, as you can see, change the settings of your animation. If you want it to loop, make ping pong, that means go backs and forwards like this, or loop, that makes this always starting with the first frame. These are called frames, and as these are called frames, then you can decide how many frames per second you want to appear. In this case I have 8. If I go even larger, like 30 frames per second, that is actually like most cameras do this, has this rate, then it will be too fast for our eye and we are not able to enjoy it. You can also do that, but when you're doing frame by frame animation, it may not be useful to go 30 frames per second. So I will keep it in 8 for this animation, but you can choose whatever you are comfortable with, and also it will depend of the speed of the animation, of the speed of the character you want to place in the stage. So this was very basic, and what I did first was to create a door. So here are the layers. As you can see, I grouped them. When you make these groups, then each group layer corresponds to one frame. Okay, so basically I started in this one from the last step, from the last frame, and let's check it out what it has inside. So it has the wall, and here is the door that shutters. You can still see the figure of the chibi I use as a reference. I will link below the link so you can download these chibi stamps. And well, we don't need that one, we need only the astronaut. Okay, so it is very simple. The astronaut is not moving, the only thing moving is the door. So let's see these other frames. So the doors are shutting, sorry. And what I did was basically draw the door shutting. It is very simple. This layer is behind the wall layer. And the next one, then we close even further. You can also do it backwards. You can do opening and then closing. And then what changed then is the door. As you can see here, I don't need the astronaut because the door is shut. So in this layer I only have the wall and the door. And that's it. It is a very simple animation. As you can see, the only thing that is changing is the door. Let's check this other one. It was in the teaser of the video from last week. This one is a really fun avocado. This one is actually having more fun. This one is jumping. Let's pause it here, and you can see where is the previous step and where is the next step. In the other one you didn't see it because I turned those off, and that is called onion skin frames. So basically it's like when you're peeling an onion, right? That's why it's called onion skin frames. And what it's showing you is the previous and the next the previous and the next frame, sorry. And you can change the opacity. If you don't want to see them, then it's fine, but it's very convenient when you are redrawing. For example, in this one I did it with a different approach than to the elevator, because I did draw each one. In the elevator I reuse the layers, basically by duplicating the layers. But in this one I went frame by frame, creating the outside and the legs and the arms of the avocado. Actually, you can see it when he jumps in and he flex. Well, I keep saying he, maybe it's a she, right? Because this avocado with the seed looks like it's pregnant, but let's say it then. The avocado here is flexing the knee, right? And here is not. So I drew each one by one and helped myself with the previous drawing. So this one is redraw from scratch. So I made first the outline and then draw inside. And that's it. I did that in every step. First, I drew all the outlines, jumping, and then the filling. This is one by one. And as you can see, my name is here, my pen name is here, and you just have to duplicate it inside every group so it appears in every frame. So each group layer is a frame, right? And here we can change, oh sorry, I missed this one. Let's wait this here. Let's turn this on. Okay. So here in settings, you can also change again like how many frames per second, so it's gonna go faster. Oh, that doesn't look that good. And yes, you can like change this according to whatever you like and make it seem fun. You can add a frame from here, or you can also add a new layer from here, and immediately let's do it, and you can see there is a new layer coming here. I'm using the same background color, but in some animations you can also change that if you want. Let's erase this. Let's go with the bee that I also teased in the video from last week. So in here, the first frame is pretty simple. It's just the bee showing itself here and then goes in. So this one, I reduced the bee. I was not interested in making any like wing change. I only wanted to create the line that is leaving around. So let's see it, right? So what I did here, I started from the middle, actually. I created the bee, actually not the middle, but like around here. And then create this line, this dash line. I created completely in my last frame here. After creating this, then I duplicate this layer in each of them, and then just erase when the bee is on top and when the bee is not actually ready. So for example, I copy the whole line until this layer, right? But this I don't have to, I don't need it. It's there, but I don't need it, so I turn it off. In here also, I copy, but I don't need it, so I turn it off. Here also I copy, and I only need a little bit, so I have to erase everything. It is easier to erase something than to rewrite the line. So in that sense, this one doesn't have any change in wings, but it is easy to change it again by redrawing the bee again as I did with the AutoCAD. So these are the basics of creating animations in Procreate. If you want to learn more about animation in general that can help you actually create better animations or even longer animations, I will link below some really nice resources you can learn from. And if you want to go full in animation, I really don't recommend using Procreate. I recommend learning After Effects, or if you want to keep it in the iPad, there is a couple of apps now around. I may leave the link below. I'm not related to any of these apps, so it's just for information purposes. This was one recent, and you will see soon this in my account, in my Instagram account. I haven't published it yet. So this one has an element of surprise at the end, but it almost, you cannot see it. In After Effects, I have more control about the speed of things and how things move around the screen. So creating these like effects, like surprise effects at the end, it is easier for me in After Effects. But in this case, like when the rider leaves, like the scarf just run away, I may need to exaggerate this so it is more powerful, right? And you can see the onions skins in this one, right? Let's go back, and there you go. So this one I kind of cheated a little bit with some frames to change the speed of the characters. Like it starts a little bit slow and then accelerates. I did many frames next to each other and then start turning off the frames because I didn't need them. And that is for make the eye believe that that frame just went faster than the other one, because here my setting is fixed to 10. So if I wanted to simulate that it's moving faster, then I have to put it way more separated than the one before, right? And if it is breaking, this one it moves faster, and then you can see the onions skins here are closer to each other, so it actually kind of enters, then breaks a little bit, and then go fast. That was kind of like the idea. You can see the head here. It has even a space in between, but here the other onion skins are not. So this is a trick to kind of create an effect that is slowing down or getting faster or being faster. In After Effects, there are different ways of doing this, and I find it easier because I started with After Effects. But I find like sometimes it's fun to create these GIFs in Procreate. So I hope you liked today's video, and comment if you have any questions. If you want to see any other videos about animation, either here or After Effects, let me know. I will leave them some links below, and I hope you subscribe to the channel so it supports the channel to grow and create more content. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye!